We started off as Titans, and now we're the Jets. The start of every season always starts with the sweats. Vinny T, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, what's the deal? Don't even try to tell me that the curse ain't real. We're coming for you, better run and hide. Snowball and Johnny boys, Jets worldwide. Why, yeah, boy. Like and subscribe. Fitzpatrick, the end of every season is always tragic. Doug Bryan missed, everybody got a piss. 2 Super Bowl seasons ended with just one twist. 15 years without the playoffs, is Aaron Glenn legit? We're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit. We're coming for you, better run and hide. Snowball and Johnny boys, Jets worldwide. Like and subscribe.
Shout out to Macho.
Yeah.
Shout out to Macho.
Shout out to our guy Macho, man. Dude, I love that song, man, with the beat, the bachata flow, getting everybody ready. Dude, it is Friday. Welcome. It is Jets Worldwide on a Friday night, 7:30 p.m. We are excited as anything. We have a special guest. There's been so much stuff going on with our beloved New York Jets. This organization seems like they know what they're doing. It's like I always say every single Friday, we got paid, but we still got them bills to pay. Snowball, how was your week, man?
It was good. It was a crazy week. A lot of stuff going on at school. I'm monitoring stuff as we speak. I'm checking kids' work, and I got so many things going on at the same time. You said that we have bills to pay. So listen, we do have bills to pay. So if you're just coming in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and get ready because we do have a raffle coming up. We have the May raffle happening tonight. So super chats, and if you join the channel, all this stuff, you get entries into the raffle for the Vinny Testaverde autographed mini helmet. This is sparkling clean. I just made it so. It is fantastic. It is ultimate quality. Certificate of authenticity on the back. So that's up for grabs. That's our May raffle. I thank everybody who's come in. You know, John, you want to go through the list of the people who have joined us already?
Yeah, of course. So big shout out to everybody that is in the chat. Big shout out to our guy, Bill M. Always the first one to make sure he puts his comment on. To Coach, I can't call him Coach Olbrich, all right? I know it's Coach Glick, but I'm going to call him Coach Olbrich. We got Oscar the Grouch. We got Chef Kev's in the bill. We got our guy, Mark Sacchetti. Sounds like spaghetti. Our guy Afrom is in the building. Chubb for Club. Hey, Chubb for Club. Did you see that magical hair of that guy coming out of, I don't know where the hell he was, like a wind tunnel or something. The locks were magically flowing. That dude got some aura on him, man. I tell you that much. So I'm excited. Ahmed's in the building as well. Thank you guys. Again, it is Jets Worldwide on a Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a fun show for you guys. I am extremely excited to have this individual. You guys see him constantly. If you're watching the Jets game, they always pan him. It could be in MetLife. It could be in London. It could be in Green Bay. It could be in Pittsburgh. It could be he's there. All right. He is there. Snowball, I have to ask you, when I was like, hey man, guess who's going to come on Jets Worldwide? And you were like, who? This person. Could you believe it?
Yeah. No, jaw dropped. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I see this guy when I go to the games, like usually sit in 128. He's at the end down there. I'm usually up, a little bit further, but amazing gentleman, one of the diehards, like a true Jets diehard fan. So I'm excited to have him on the show tonight. And without further ado, right?
I mean, I think it's time to bring him. We don't have real cool music to put him in, because if we put it out, I know he wants to put some AC/DC on. I wish I had it, because I definitely would. But guys, SuperFan 2025 inductee of the Hall of Fame for fans of your New York Jets, a fan favorite, a friend to the show, our guy Mikey Hulk Hands. Welcome.
There he is.
Let's go, boys.
He's got the Hulk hands on. Mohawk is flowing, and he's got the Mohawk is glowing, and the fist is glowing. So awesome! Oh, Mikey, man, look at that! Look at the front of those bedazzled Hulk hands.
And it looks like there's some signatures on there too.
Yeah, we got Marty Lyons, and then Klecko on the other side. So sometimes they're walking across on the field. I throw the glove at them with a marker, and they'll sign it or they'll leave it on the ground, and I'll get it back from security.
Hey, that's a pretty powerful 1-2 punch, I would have to say. Lyons and Klecko, right in the left like that.
Yeah, can't beat it.
I pity the fool. I pity the fool. But
all right, this romance of Hulk Hands, Mikey Hulk Hands. Now we get to meet the real, the gentleman, the guy behind the Mohawk, behind the Hulk Hands, behind the glowing necklace. Now
behind the glasses.
Right. Mikey, we're so glad to have you on the show.
It's an honor.
Chiming in. Well, it's an honor for us to have you on the show. So we want to get into so many things this evening, but I think we got to start, Johnny. I think we got to start with Mikey with like how we got into the Jets.
I definitely think we should. So let's get into it, right? I have to ask, what first sparked your love for the New York Jets? How did you go from just a regular fan to becoming the iconic Hulk Hand super fan that everyone recognizes?
Yeah, I don't know about iconic, but I appreciate that. I grew up in Queens until I was in elementary school, and I wasn't far from Shea. And one of my neighbors took me to a game once, and I fell in love with the game right away. It was just, again, 1976. It's before you have internet. I apologize about my cats, by the way. It's before internet, before you're able to play video games. There was none of that. So to go see something live, the colors were so vibrant. The stadium was so awesome. It was a baseball stadium back then. And everything was really wrong about it. But it was so simple and beautiful. And there was like none of these things that happen at the game now with the t-shirt tosses and all that stuff. But I just fell in love with the game, and I fell in love with the Jets. And I knew from a young age, from walking around, that you chose a team from where you were from. And at that time in Queens, there was a lot of Jets fans.
Yeah, I first off, it's cool to have your cats on, because if anybody watched the Die Hard documentary, you guys got an insight onto Jetta and to Klecko. So you guys should be expecting this, okay? Because it would be weird if we didn't see them on anywhere, okay? So I'm gonna have to say that, and they're awesome.
Yeah, they got their own room here. I'm in Florida now. I'm not in New York, so they like it down here. And then I guess the transformation to superfan, I just enjoyed as a kid. They gave face painting and this and that, and I was a really, really big fan of the Incredible Hulk, not just the comic book, because I'm a huge comic collector and memorabilia collector for both the Jets and comics. But when Lou Ferrigno in 1978 came out with the show, The Incredible Hulk, and he was a human man that was just massive, and no animatronics, none of the stuff that they have today. He was really to me, the Incredible Hulk. And you looked at Joe Klecko and the way he used to run out of tunnels swinging his fists. I remember being like, that's him, you know, and he's wearing green. And, you know, it was just for me, it was a connection as a kid. And it just grew from there. I wanted to go to as many games as I could. I loved it. I love all sports, but football, it's by far my favorite sport.
Yeah. Shea Stadium was, you know, where I started to watch the Jets as well.
Yep.
What wasn't built for football, you know? Was
No,
the
the sight lines were horrible. I used to sit, and again, now I have great seats, but back then I sat wherever I could. I'd be sitting like this, and the game would be over there sometimes.
Right.
Because, you know, you're sitting in like the home run area or, you know, and it's just like, but, you know, everyone would turn and, you know, it was a great stadium. It shook. Yeah. It was like, you really felt like it was the Jets home stadium.
Yeah.
So it
definitely.
was great.
And the fans used to bring stuff like like you said, there was no t-shirt cannons or anything like that.
No.
I remember they used to bring mini footballs and they would throw mini footballs around
and beach balls.
And beach balls. Yeah.
Back then they allowed you to bring in Stanley coolers of hot chocolate and, you know, people were passing out hot chocolate with cups. And there was a lady that used to throw confetti that I used to sit near to quite a bit, actually. And she had green confetti that she would throw every time we scored a touchdown or every time something cool happened. And it was simple back then, but it was easy to fall in love with as a kid.
Yeah, definitely. The win was incredible. So the transfer from fan to super fan, right? We know the Hulk, but how did the transformation happen, like for you? Like how did you become?
I started to wear Hulk hands. Well, I bought a few pair of Hulk hands when they came out in 2003, and I brought them home, and I'm looking at my jersey next to them, not this jersey, but a Jet jersey. And I was like, man, these are so close in color. So I put it on, and I was like, you know, in the mirror, like, I'm going to wear these to the next game. And I can't remember who was with me. It could have been a family member or a friend, but they're like, you're going to look like an idiot. And I said, well, that's already the case. So what's the difference? So, you know, wore them to the next game. At the time, they didn't, you know, the construction helmets were like white and different, but I had one of those, and you know, it just caught on for me. And partly out of having so many jerseys that players were traded away and other reasons, I started to wear a Hulk hands jersey because I knew it would be good forever. Because I'm not going anywhere like Muhammad Wilkerson or any of these other players that we were trading, you know, along the way. It was like, all right, this jersey is going to always be good. So I decided to put Hulk hands on the back of my jersey, and it just kind of stuck and kind of grew from there. Never expected it to get to this, whatever it might be, but you know, I definitely enjoy going to the away games. Definitely enjoy taking pictures with fans and stuff like that. I mean, I think it's cool. It makes my experience on game day a little bit better.
So let me ask you this. Was there a specific game player or moment in your childhood or early fandom that made you say, this is my team for life? I will bleed green and white. I know you kind of alluded a little bit to Klecko, but was there before that?
Well, before that, it wasn't really any player individually. By the time I was watching, Joe Namath had already been gone. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of his now. But, you know, when we drafted Marty Lyons, when we started to put the sack exchange together, and in the late 70s, early 80s, we started to play well. And that's when I was like, you know, everyone had those jackets at school, or at least in Long Island and Queens they did. It was like the varsity jackets, where mine had the white sleeves with the green. A lot of kids they loved the Raiders, they loved the Steelers, they loved the Cowboys. You know, they loved the teams that were winning. But I don't know, I just always stuck with my home team. And hey, Klecko. For me, like the 4 touchdown game against Miami with Wesley Walker, the Monday Night Miracle, I was there. I mean, like I stayed, and yeah, I mean, but and I actually was at that game with a fan from Miami that was from Florida that kind of flew up and like he's like, oh, I'm coming to the game, and we actually were able to sit next to each other at the beginning of the second half because it was such a blowout. He came down and moved near me, and then the stadium started to fill back up again, and it was just stuff like that, and stuff even recently. Like, I mean, something happens almost every year where I'm like, that was awesome. I mean, when Aaron Rodgers came out with the flag, you felt like you could have run through a brick wall. I mean, the stadium, it was the first time I'd seen those green bracelets, and they're lighting up everywhere, and the music is intense. And I thought the whole stadium and the Jets organization did such a good job of putting that together. It was 9/11. And even though he got hurt, to see Gibson take that ball back in overtime, the stadium exploded. I mean, to me, I think that's the loudest that MetLife has ever gotten since I've been a fan there. There may be other things. I mean, when Decker caught the pass in OT from Fitzpatrick, 2015-ish, that was pretty cool too. But this was electric. Plus, it was a night game, and it was just it's one of my favorite memories in MetLife for sure. I mean,
I was watching it over here, watching it with my wife, and we're in disbelief that the whole Aaron Rodgers things just happened. We're going back and forth, and are like, "Can you believe like this just happened? Like this is crazy." And then it was OT, right? Overtime, man. Just Gibson.
And we lost the coin toss.
Yes.
They went 3 and out, or maybe they got one first down. And yeah, I mean, of the range of emotions that night, I'm sitting there like
roller coaster.
Yeah, like, oh, we just lost him for the season. What the hell are we going to do now? We got Zach, and it was like, but that game in particular, that play, it makes you want to keep on coming back for more. And I'm looking for a lot more of those in the future. And I've been a fan of this team when we've gone to back-to-back AFC Championship games, and it's great. The stadium's there's no away fans in the stadium barely when we're good, so I look forward to getting back to that.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. Definitely a crazy game. I called in sick the next day, had no voice, sat by myself.
I lose my voice every week.
Yeah. So it's a weekly thing, right? When you cheer for the Jets. So listen, you transform literally like the Hulk, right, into Mikey Hulk Hands, and like what's your experience with like the fans around you, like when you're at games, home and away? What's the experience?
Okay, so the home games as of recent, there is a lot of away fans that do come to MetLife. So I am fortunate enough to sit in the front row, and I try and be nice to everybody, make friends with everyone around me. Obviously, the people that always sit around me, we got a good core group in 128. It's a pretty solid Jet section. I mean, we go pretty nuts in there. A lot of great people there, every now and again, you get a guy from Miami or New England that'll push you or get in your face or whatever, and you just gotta maintain self-control up to a point. And then I feel fortunate to have so many friends around me, so we feel like we protect each other if it need be, but usually it doesn't come to that. And a lot of times fans come down, take pictures. Oh, I follow you on Instagram or this or that, and that's great. I mean, it's like the biggest compliment. And but away games are different. And unfortunately, there's been times it's gotten into physical stuff, not from me, but it just I'm a guy that's wearing a helmet with a mohawk, usually sitting in the front row blocking someone's vision, and I'm standing up a lot of the game. And I do it at home to kind of get the fans going to 128. They don't really need my help, but we go nuts there. And I do it also to annoy the away fans behind me, because that's my contribution, I guess, to the team.
Is there an allegiance between like all the super fans? Like like you and the other guys.
I think there's an allegiance between all the fans.
Yeah.
You know, I tailgate over in D10. It's a full Jets tailgate, and Scott Mullery, the guy that leads the Jet channel on the board, is over there, and Frank West and a couple of other people in the Hall of Fame, and just super cool fans. My buddy Big Mark, you could probably see him. He wears the Klecko hat with the helmet on top of it. Big pinstripe guy, huge guy, and Big Joe, and there's just a lot of fans. We sit near each other, so you know we're good. I mean, I even feel like there's fans that I never speak to in my life outside of the game, and every game we're fist pumping, and if something does happen, we're all together.
Right.
Whether we really know the guy or not, we're just looking at each other's colors like, okay, here we go. He's wearing teal, but we're wearing man green, not lady green. So, you know, it's it doesn't happen a lot, but, you know, it happens. Most of the time it just ends with a lot of nonsense talking and stuff like that. But I try to just tune it out. I'm there to root for the game. Let security do what they want to do. And that's it.
Some say, my understanding, that you told somebody, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. That's what I heard. I don't know. But Mikey, you were recently inducted into the Jets Hall of Fame. What does that recognition mean to you, and how does it tie back to the beginning of your journey as a fan?
Yeah, I mean, I remember when they came out with this in 2017, and I saw Fireman Ed go in there, and Ed's like the iconic Jets fan. Him and Scott, to me, are, you know, they're the Mount Rushmore up there of, you know, Jets fans. And of course, I wanted to be in the Hall of Fame. This is a big part of my life, but I never really pushed it. I just thought it should happen naturally and organically. And I always had people telling me that we're in there, oh, your time's going to come and this and that. And I'm like, you know, great. And, you know, it's just an honor to even be considered, even if you get one vote or whatever. It's just, you know, it's nice. And in 2023, I knew I had a lot of votes because I was getting my instant messenger from people I don't know, my DMs just blowing up. Hey, I just voted for you. You know, what size jacket are you? Blah, you know, all the stuff. And I was like, wow, this is really touching. And they made a video and sent it to me and put it online about different people nominating me and the reason they were nominating me. And it really touched me. Because a lot of these people, they're your Jets family. They're your, you know, fall and winter family. And then you go into the end of the winter and the spring and the summer, and you keep contact with your close friends. But, you know, these were people that I, you know, don't really know. I mean, I know them from the stadium, and it was really heartfelt to see their words. And I really try and do as much as I can for a number of different charities. I've been fortunate in life to a point, and I love to give back. I mean, you know, it's a really cool thing to different foundations that are Jets related, and a lot of tailgate people that are raising money for different things. It's, you know, it's touching. You know, I've never done I've contributed. I've always wanted to do something where you could get something, whether it's for veterans or mental health or whatever. I've never done it. And, you know, I almost feel guilty not doing it, but there's so many causes out there that if you're able to give, it's heartwarming.
I know one that's very dear to you is the Marty Lyons Foundation, and you were just talking a little bit about it before. Can you give us a little bit more in regards to that foundation and what it does, and how did it come about?
Yeah. Also, before I get to that, I never finished your questions about the Hall of Fame. I have ADD, ADHD, so just deal with me. I got the call from someone from the Jets, and they said, you've been nominated. We need to do a background check on you. We need to check on this, that, and that. And then about a month later, I got a call from Bar Scott, and he's like, I got to ask you a few questions. And it was a video chat, and he actually lived very close to me in Edgewater. So I used to run into him at Target, and he's asking me all these, you know, trivia questions, and I'm, you know, answering them as best I can. He's like, I'm just messing with you. You're in the Hall of Fame. And I was like,
oh,
man,
shit.
Amazing. And then the Jets, on the last game of the season of 24, announced it on the screen, but they gave myself, Method Man, Ray, and another gentleman named Mike. There was 4 that got inducted. They gave us a suite which was nice because it was cold. Although I stayed there for about 5 minutes and went down to my seats because I'd like to suffer with my fellow fans in the cold.
Right.
But it was amazing. They give you the jacket. They give you a whole box of stuff. They give you a gift card. It's a lot that they do, and I feel like it goes unrecognized for a lot of people. And some of these guys that get in, they've been season ticket holders since 1965, and it was like an amazing honor that brought me to tears. And it was just really cool to be a part of that club, to be the 27th member put into it. Was like, it was amazing. My family was there. They let you bring, 10, 12 people to the game for the day. And then opening day in 25, they announce you and you run on the field. And I got to run out my boy Scott and Thomas from the 103 crew in Germany. They were there, and I'm high-fiving them, chest bumping them, and, got my jacket, and it was really cool. But there's so many people deserving of that honor that, I just felt, I felt really lucky to even be considered. And it was the highlight of my year by far.
Listen,
I mean,
you downplayed it before. But you're part of Jets history. Honestly, like it is the Hall of Fame of fans. So there's only so many people who get in, and you're one of them. So honor is ours to have you with us tonight. So congratulations.
I'm honored to be next to all Jets fans. So
yeah.
I mean,
Very cool.
being with Johnny Boy at the draft was awesome.
Oh, we'll definitely get into that. I can't wait.
I know.
Oh, I definitely cannot wait.
The Marty Lyons Foundation is a Make-A-Wish foundation for kids that have terminally ill diseases. And nobody should ever have to go through this. But for someone to have to go through it that's 4, 5, 6, 10 years old, it's tough to even read some of the stories. And if you've ever heard Marty Lyons talk, or you've ever gone to his golf tournaments, I suggest buying a foursome and going, because there's not a dry eye in the building. I mean, he is an unbelievable man that's raised $45 million over the years for kids in need. And, I donate. My D10 tailgate raises a lot of money for them. I know there's a lot of tailgates that raise a lot of money for them. And I've gotten to show up at a couple of wishes for the kids, which was amazing. I've donated one of my food trucks to his golf tournament. All food and beverages free. And, you see these kids and they just don't have a lot of time. And that's the only thing that you can't buy. No matter how much money you have or how, smart or you think you are, you can't buy time. And these kids got very little of it. So to give them a van to get around town, or to take them to a football game, or to give them a bicycle that's okay for someone in a wheelchair, or whatever it might be, it's amazing to see. And if you've never looked up the organization, or you want to get involved, volunteer, or even just donate, I recommend going to the MartyLyonsFoundation.com and checking out what they have going on, because it's every penny goes to the kids, which is amazing.
Yeah, Mikey. So, like, when you talk about that and the foundation that Marty Lyons has, it's one that hits kind of home to me. You and we had Boba on last week as well, and both of you guys are amazing, man. Like, just seeing it live and seeing the fact, like, you get people that come up to you and are like, "Hey, can we take a picture with you?" And you're like, "Yeah," or you taking out your actual, like, the Hulk hands and putting it on little kids, and you just see them like smile and everything. It is amazing. And I mean, Snowball, you're completely right. You're in the Hall of Fame of fans, and it's deserved, man. You are seeing it right then and there. Myself, Luby, I mean, Juicy Jet,
love those guys.
Boy Green, Boba, all of that. Like, we were there seeing it. And I was like, holy shit! Like, this is truly true. I mean, look, you got guys in the chat saying, Juicy Jet, that is so cool. It is well deserved. You got Lou B coming in saying Mikey is a great guy. So it shows, man. And again, we are so honored to have you on our show because this is awesome. This is awesome. Like,
I mean, I appreciate being on, and like Kevin with Juicy Jet, you know, another great channel to follow. Really, really knowledgeable Jet fan, super cool guy, great family. Lou B, awesome guy. I mean, these are diehard Jet fans too. You guys are diehard Jet fans. I mean, there's a lot. Me wearing Hulk hands and having a mohawk and acting crazy, you know, it is what it is. But I mean, everyone that was at that draft, every fan in the stadium, dressed up or not dressed up, if they're there, they're diehards to me.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're loyal, we're dedicated, we're resilient. You know, we're an interesting fan base, and I think we have the best chant in sports.
oh,
My personal.
are you talking about this one?
There he is. That's
what
just
a moment.
camaraderie. Yeah, Bobo's in there, Lou's in there, you're in there. I mean, it's great. The more the merrier every time. I mean, we dominated that draft inner circle.
It was truly, truly amazing. Let me ask you this really quickly. So you travel far and wide to support this team, including across the Atlantic. What
Twice.
drives you to go to such great lengths for the Jets?
Well, I think the international side of things is really cool. Ant Cook, who just won International Fan of the Year for the New York Jets, I became friendly with him. He actually comes to our stadium quite a bit, but he hosted us twice at his tailgate over there, which was unbelievable, green smoke. And I love the away games. I like seeing new cities. I like seeing, there he is. I like seeing new stadiums. I like winning in other stadiums. One of the best trips recently, we went to Green Bay and won on the road. Went to Denver, won on the road. I mean, there was a couple of years ago when we had won like 7 games pretty quickly. And we were going every week. And we all said, we're not stopping until we lose. And, you know, it's just a passion. I love being there. You know, I love, you know, even if I'm the only one in my section wearing green, you know, or wearing jet green at Green Bay or Denver or whatever it is, I get loud and I get proud and I go nuts. I do Jets chants on my own or with a couple of friends that I'm with, and you know.
I mean, you're right. Hey, look, when I was at the draft, a lot of people don't know that there's the pit, right? There's 3 sections to the pit. You got the inner circle, the friends and family, and then you got the section where it's like for like the season ticket holders and et cetera, et cetera. So the second day, I'm in the season ticket holders, and it's all Pittsburgh Steeler fans. Okay.
Yeah.
And I am in my whole poncho, green and white. I mean, I am like decked out, chain, calling in live in there to the show to let them know what's going on. And I swear that the NFL camera just kept coming to me because as soon as he saw me, he would go like this. And I knew that was my cue to start chanting. And all of the fans are looking at me like, dude, this guy's nuts. Like he's
got to be nuts. You got to be nuts.
He's by himself doing the Jets chant. And the really cool part when D'Angelo Pons got picked was that, you know, it was you guys in the front, and then it goes right over to me with all of the Pittsburgh Steelers fans, and I'm just chanting J-E-T, yes, Jets, you know, and you're right.
Loud and proud,
you know, regardless of the records, regardless of how bad it's been, I wouldn't change it for anything, you know? So that's why when I see you at the games, and, you know, in the 4 corners, they have those giant screens that are there, and they'll have Fireman Ed. They'll have you there. They'll have et cetera, you know, and it's you guys are leading us to get into this. Just I don't even know how to explain it, but I agree. The JETS chant, there's nothing like it. The Eagles
Man, when Scott and Ed are up on that thing, it's like it's so cool. I think it's just they announce the players, fire's going up, and then AC/DC starts playing. You look over to my right, I see Scott. I look down in the middle, I see Ed. I look up on the big screen, and people are just starting to go, and it's getting amped up. It's awesome.
It is very cool. We got a couple of comments that we want to go over with you. First of all, we got Dano comes in with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Dano. We appreciate it. After you watch our show, go over to the Danger Zone, check out Dano and Daniel. Paying the draft cap forward, no cap. Like and subscribe to Jets Worldwide. So thank you, Dano. We appreciate it. Dano was the winner of our draft cap last week. I hope he got it. So we shipped that out last week to him. And we also have Boy Green. I think you might know him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right. I want to give a special shout out to my buddy Mikey, who's so amazing media man. You're a special human being, and I hope I see you at our tailgate this year, brother. I'll never forget that draft. So he is definitely commenting on the draft and stuff. So you guys started to hit on it before with the draft. How many drafts have you been to?
Ooh, I haven't kept count.
Yeah.
Definitely not
you
as many.
You need more than 2 Hulk Hands.
But yeah. Yeah, recently, I mean, I went to Green Bay, Kansas City, Detroit. This year, obviously, I've been to the ones even when they were at Radio City Music Hall. Yeah. It was a lot different back then. It was, it's just become such a major event. I think it just goes to show how smart these owners are, because they turned something that was like a nothing thing that was barely televised into more people go to this than the Super Bowl by far. I mean, you're talking 800,000 people this year. You're lucky to get 100,000 people in the Super Bowl. Maybe there's 200,000 people in town. But it's good. You get to see cities. I'd only been to Pittsburgh one time when we lost in the playoff game there, but it's a great city. I mean, I had fun there. It was fun walking around. It was Green Bay I'd been to for a couple of games, but another great city. Kansas City, I've never been to a game there. I will hopefully be going this year, as long as it's not a December game. But I want to go there before Arrowhead closes down. It's such a great event. It's one of my favorite times of the year.
Yeah, the draft is everyone's Super Bowl when you really think about it, because everyone's record is 0-0, and
we're in first place right now.
Yeah, exactly. And you're getting the people that most of the time you're getting the people that you want. Sometimes you're getting the people that you don't want, but again, that's up to the teams who are doing the drafting. Johnny, what'd you think about Pittsburgh? Mikey gave his opinion on Pittsburgh. What'd you think?
I liked it. I have to say that, going into Pittsburgh and the stuff that I heard about Pittsburgh, I was like, this is about to be a dump of a place. Like the people are going to be rude as anything. And I was pleasantly surprised on how welcoming the Pittsburgh Steelers fans were. It was crazy to me, because those Steelers fans knew the history of the Jets. Like, they're talking to me about games, and I'm just like, aren't you a Steelers fan? Oh, they're like, yeah, hell yeah, we love the Steelers. But they're like, man, your guys is like, when you played us in the championships and all that, like, that shit was, tooth and nail. And it was, it was awesome being able to see that. And I'm just like, yeah, well, fuck you, because I can't stand the damn Steelers, But at the same time, it was awesome. Like, the city was nice. It was cool. Like, they shouted out in the actual draft. And last night, day one of the NFL draft, the Pittsburgh City would like to say thank you to all the fans, because not one person got arrested.
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, let's go. You know, I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
We also had a comment from Afram, one of our loyal followers. He's was Richard Todd the QB when you started to watch the Jets? So this is a question from Mikey.
I think he was. I know he was one of the first quarterbacks early on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the quarterback 77.
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, he was right in the beginning of my fandom.
I know Richard Todd was mine, right? I guess I'm a little bit younger than you. I'm 55. So
I'm 56.
Okay. So yeah, but I started to watch when I think I was like 8 years old. So I started with like 79 going to games. And yeah, that's when I fell in love with the Jets. But I have to funny story though. I didn't have anything Jets to wear to the game. Like my love for the Jets started when I went to the first game, but I went in a Steelers poncho. Like it was raining. It was and it wasn't even a Steelers game. It was a Cincinnati Bengals game, and I went. My mom got me. She went to a store. She bought me she's like, it's raining. I'm gonna get you a poncho. And at that time, Steelers stuff was everywhere. So like, yeah. So she was just like, oh, I'll get you this rain poncho. And she put the Steelers one. I go, we're going to a Jet game. And she's like, it doesn't matter. You're just gonna stay out of the rain, whatever. And I'm sitting there, and there are grown men around me, like, get that kid out of that freaking Steelers poncho. Like they were yelling like crazy. And I was like, I immediately like took it off, and I was like, I can't stand wearing this because people are yelling at me, and they're like, you're gonna get wet. I'm like, I don't care. It's okay. And
it's too funny.
Immediately bought a Jets jacket when I got home. So yeah.
The third day of the draft, it was raining, and I had to walk to the draft from my hotel, and it's far. And I passed the team store, and I was like, do you guys have ponchos? They're like, only Steeler ones. And then I'm like,
yeah,
I got no choice. I don't want to be soaking wet the whole day. I put it on. I got online under the tent, and I gave it to the security guy as I walked through. I'm like, I'm never going to use this again. It's yours. But it kept me dry just to get down there, so that was good enough.
Definitely.
So, Mikey, I have to ask you, what does a typical game day look like for you, from getting hyped up to the in-stadium experience with the gloves on?
Okay, so I wake up, saying it's a 1 o'clock game. I usually wake up around 4:30. The D10 tailgate is awesome. I have a very simple job. I'm the first one there, and I put the cones out to save everybody's spot. I'm the cone guy. That's my job. I don't cook. I don't do anything else. I put out the cones. I collect the cones. That's my job. So I get there about 5:30-ish. Gates open at 8, but my cones are out, rain or shine. And, we have a very good corner over there in D10 that we like to make sure is reserved. So I get everyone's spot. I then go to my car. I always say I'm going to go to sleep, but I never can. I'm usually watching something Jets related, maybe Super Bowl III, or I just put something on YouTube and put it on in the car. And
right.
Gates open at 8. A lot of my tailgate is there online, getting ready to come in. And when you don't have a good record or it's later in the season, there's only, 15, 20 cars waiting. But, opening day, that thing's across behind the wall. So it's nice to be the second or third car there every week when the team's playing good. We pull in. I'm usually just wearing Jet sweatshirt, Jets sweatpants, not my outfit yet. Dave, who was Dave and Rick, they sit in 123 right near Scott, father and son combo. He cooks the best breakfast sandwich at MetLife, and I usually start my day with one of those, and then cornhole, walking around, saying hi to everybody. We probably got about 50 people-ish in our tailgate, just catching up with everyone, talking about the game, and, hopefully we're going to win today, and injuries from the other team, injuries from our team, and, a lot of times I'll take a walk over to a couple of other tailgates when it comes to about 11 o'clock, just to say hello. One of them is now called Game Day Flight Crew, which used to be Gotham City Crew. Also huge supporters of the Marty Lyons Foundation. They run a tremendous tailgate in J3. Right now, Lou is running it with Danny and I think Vinny Michael as well. They have an unbelievable setup. It's so cool to go over there. They got shots every half an hour and pizza and food and everything that you can imagine. So if you're ever looking for an all-in-one stop, that is an unbelievable tailgate to go to. Comes with a ticket on the flight deck. I mean, it's pretty awesome. Go over there, do a couple of Jets chants. And then I like to be into my seat pretty early. You know, I like to be there about an hour before. I'll get down there around noon, walk down. I have a number of different rituals. I have OCD, the way I stand, how many times I walk up and down stairs. It all comes into play. I believe it will help the other team's field goal kicker miss field goals. And, I give a lot of credit to my fiance because she has to put up with all of this. And she's not even from the United States. So her football fandom has really grown, and she's a good fan. But she's got to put up with a lot of shit. And she'll take an Uber because she's not driving with me. She's like, I'm not leaving at this hour. You're out of your mind. So she'll just take an Uber and meet me. Sometimes she'll come in with me. But, again, I'm sitting in the car for 2-3 hours, and she's like, we didn't need to come this early. Look, there's no one behind us. I'm like, yeah, but I can't chance it. I have to be here at this time. I have to be in the first 12 people because of Joe Namath. So no matter what the game is, I get there extremely early. Then pregame starts, warm-up start. I try and wave to a couple of the players because I sit pretty close. A lot of times Marty Lyons will be walking by, or Wesley Walker, or some of the alumni. It's great to see those guys. And it's great to see the fans, and I get my premio sausage. I usually have that either at halftime or before the game, depending on what my OCD is telling me to do that day. And I load up all my water, and then the announcements come, the national anthem comes, and chants start going, and the game starts, and then I'm pretty locked in. You know, I have an unreasonable amount of love for this team, and I get way too into the game than most people should, probably. But it's my thing. I can't help it. It's just, but that's my typical game day. And then we post tailgate, usually make hot dogs and hamburgers again after, let the traffic die down a little bit. I head home, listen to 94.3, the after game show, and then I usually go home and watch the game again. The parts that I want to see, because we tend to get a lot of bad calls at MetLife. It's not like other stadiums where there's a home thing. The refs just don't like us. I believe it's a conspiracy. So I like to watch to see what the announcers are saying. Like, am I crazy, or was that not a pass interference, or was that a pass interference? And then, you see, man, bad call by the ref.
I always think of that hold on Jermaine Johnson when we played it with KC.
Chiefs.
Yeah, that killed the whole game.
Time.
Yeah, killed the whole game.
Really did. I had a question. So a win or a loss, right? How long does the loss stay with you? How long does the win stay with you?
Till the next game.
Yeah.
There are some wins that stay with you forever. Monday Night Miracle, the Gibson game, stuff like that. Yeah, but I'm not, I'm upset all week because we lost. I don't want to say I've gotten more used to it, but you do get more used to it. I just start looking forward to the next game. Yeah. So it's, try and see what we can do better. Try and, what do we need? Like, what's wrong with us? What do we need? Last year we needed a quarterback. Long time we've needed a quarterback. But, I feel like there's adults in the room now that are making good football decisions.
Yeah.
First time I felt like that in a while.
You mentioned quarterback. You want to talk about it? Like Geno Smith? What do you think?
I think this season is going to live and die with Geno. If he can, again, last year he didn't have a good year. I think he had 19 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. He threw for 3,000 something yards, 3,200, 35, something like that. But all combined last year, we didn't throw for anywhere near that. And our leading receiver had 400 and something yards, and he missed 8 or 9 games. So he's definitely capable of throwing the ball. And we definitely have put a lot of weapons around him and now have solidified our run game with him after signing Breece Hall to an extension today. I love Breece Hall. I love Braylon Allen. I like Davis. I like our running room. I love our receiver and tight end room now. And I think it's going to be very difficult to put 8 in the box against this team. I think Geno's going to have time to throw. And I think that Breece Hall is going to have an amazing season because this is the first time he's going to be able to run behind not only a really good offensive line, but they have to guard our receivers and tight ends now. Yeah. You know, it's not a joke anymore. Like he's going to have room to run. So, you know, I think we got to see what Geno can do. I don't really want to get into tanking and getting Arch Manning or this or that, or, you know, next year we're going to get this quarterback or that quarterback. I know we drafted Klubnik, but there's one quarterback out there I'd like to pick up. But
say it. You know, say it.
I'm really putting all my eggs in the basket with Geno this year because he deserves it. I mean, you know, a lot of people say no quarterback wants to go to the Jets, this and this and this. But, I mean, if you gave Mendoza a choice between the Raiders' weapons and the Jets' weapons, I'm choosing the Jets' weapons all day long compared to them. I mean, he may like their coach, their OC and stuff like that. I get that. But I like our weapons. And I think that if things didn't work out this year with Geno for whatever reason, we're an attractive place for a veteran or a rookie quarterback to want to come to with the weapons that Darren Muji has put in.
Yeah,
so
you just gotta hope that it's a redemption song with Geno Smith this season.
You do. You got to hope he plays average. If he plays average, it gets 25 touchdowns and 10 or 12 interceptions. This team could win 9 games very easily. You know, and you got to look at what Glenn and Muji took over. They had to turn over a 53-man roster that apparently had a lot of lazy players on it. And, you know, when you look at the defense, I think there's only 2 people left from the previous regime, and we're only in their second year. So, you know, they're turning it over. I mean, it takes time. You know, it took time for them to do it in Detroit. It took time for them to do it in Cincinnati. It took time, you know. So, but I think we're headed in the right direction.
Yeah, we were asked when we were at McFadden's, and this video is out of us talking about Geno. And we're all praising Geno on there to the point where you have to. Once they put on that green and white, they're us. They're with us. We will
That's
rock
it.
with them.
I don't care what he did with the Raiders. I don't care. I don't care what he did with the Raiders. You know,
exactly.
You know, practically a Pro Bowl. So, you know, he was drafted in 2013. It's not like we're getting a 40-year-old quarterback again. I mean, he's still young enough to play, and he's got some escapability. You just got to hope he's going to make good decisions. And, you know, and that Frank Reich puts him in the right spots with the right play calls. And, you know, it's a different team than 2 years ago. I know that the record didn't show very well last year, but we're much improved between free agency and the draft right now. 100%. And different coaches.
Mikey, so we got some people in the chat that says when you were talking your story about what was her name again? You said your fiance.
Oh, Valeria.
Okay, Valeria. So she says. So Juicy said she's a saint.
Yeah,
and then she puts up with a lot. I'm pretty sure this is her in the chat, right? She says, "So thank you, Kevin."
Here's the amazing part about this. She's in Belgium right now, which is 6 hours ahead of us.
Okay.
So right now it's 2:30 in the morning there, and you know, she's taking the time to watch the show, which is awesome. Yeah, I mean, you'll see her next to me in a lot of pictures. She's already wearing crazy fingers and hats and jerseys, and she's into it now. I mean, she's, you know, I messed her up bad. So, but I mean, it's either you're with somebody that's going to completely ignore it, come once in a while, or completely totally gets into it. And she really bought in, because in the beginning, I don't think she realized how bad it was. Like if you've ever seen the movie Fever Pitch, like
Mhm.
I'm pretty close to that. And, you know, she puts up with a lot. A lot of my screaming at home. I'm standing in certain places with my feet on certain cracks when it's an away game. She talks to me. Sometimes I don't even acknowledge that she's talking. And, you know, she's gotten, I guess, used to it, but she puts up with a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm lucky.
Living with the
Lucky
diehard,
guy.
right? Oscar the Grouch chimes in. He says, Hulk Hands is one of the most iconic Jet fans that we have. So, you get
Appreciate the love.
acknowledgments.
Yeah, I
That's it,
appreciate it.
And
I
from
didn't
a
even know
Grouch,
Valeria was watching, to be honest with you. I was going to
There you
check
go.
my phone and see, but I don't know how to use social media or any of that stuff. So.
That's all good.
we did get a that's right.
Worldwide jet setter, welcome aboard.
So Jake Asman went ahead and gifted a brand new Jets Worldwide membership. We have a brand new Worldwide Jet setter, and that went to our guy, Craig CF Mechanic. Welcome. You are a new Worldwide Jet setter. Jets
How
Worldwide.
do you do that?
You
Jake
actually
Jake is great, by the way. I got to meet him at the draft, too.
Yeah, Jake is awesome, man. Big supporter of our show as well from jump. So he's great, you know. He talks Jets twice a day, every single day. BG, same thing, does it every single day. 7:30 in the morning. So it goes 7:30 in the morning, you got Boy Green. And then it leads right into Jake that starts around like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And there she is. And she says she's still here.
She's gonna hang in. She's gonna hang in for the show.
How do you gift a membership? I don't what Jake just did.
Oh, through the computer. So if you're online, you can do it through your computer. If you're watching the show, down at the bottom of the screen, there's a little money symbol. Under there, there's a choice. So you can do a gifted membership. And, you can gift a membership to one of the people in the chat.
How many people are in the chat?
Right now we have a total of about 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
So which is pretty awesome. So Mike, let me ask you this. With the current players that are on the team right now, who do you connect with the most, and who are you the most excited to cheer this season? That's a tough one.
It's a tough one because bringing Demario Davis back is really cool.
It really is.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. Garrett Wilson, I think has to feel like he's no longer wasting his career. He's got a quarterback that is, at the very least adequate, and he's got people around him now. And I think that's really going to elevate his game because this guy was getting 1,000 yards his first 3 seasons with nothing, absolutely nothing. I think Breece Hall, him wanting to be here. I was at the game that he tore his ACL, and it was like, we're in Denver, and we're like, here we go. AVT got hurt the same game too. Mm-hmm. And so I feel for Breece and Garrett because they stuck it out, and they're here and they're Jets. And I think this year I'm rooting for them to be, just great. And all of them, of course, but there's a special place in my heart for those two because the offenses have had it rough. So, I'd love to see them have a good season.
I want to see Geno do really well. I think Geno
Me too.
deserves it, right? Like, why can't he be the Sam Darnold for us? Meaning Sam Darnold went to all these other teams, and then he ended up being with the Seahawks and got it all. Like, it just seems like everything is aligning again, right? You got DeMario back. You got AG, who was drafted by the Jets, and now he's coaching, trying to get him out of this 10 years, no playoffs, 15 years, no playoffs, 10 years, no winning season. You got freaking Garrett Wilson that wants to win so bad. We just extended Breece Hall, where at one point there was a lot of individuals and including myself, right? Because like I told you, Mikey, I just wanted Brees Hall to say, I want to be a Jet for the rest of my life. And I would have been like, pay that guy whatever he needs to get paid because he understands it, he gets it. And he got extended today, right? So shout out to Muji and the entire organization of what they're doing right now. I don't think we're used to it right now. Yeah, look at
Send
that.
some hearts, Mikey.
And he got paid. I mean, Brees Hall just signed a 3-year, $45 million contract with the New York Jets, including an average annual salary of $15 million in 2026. He will earn a base salary of $14 million. I'm not going to say all the numbers out there, while carrying a cap hit of only $14 million. It's awesome. And then you see what he says on Twitter, and he says, "This is the second time that I've ever cried. The first time was when I tore my ACL. This is such an important day for me. I'm so thankful. I'm good. I am on the Brees. Make it happen. This guy has such a big piece in my heart because my daughter, huge Jets fan. Okay, huge. She's my oldest, Riley. She's watching this right now because she's excited to see Mikey Hulk Hands on, right? They're all downstairs watching this. And my son is like so glued right now, especially when you had so he has literally right now, he's sitting on the couch with his Hulk hands on.
Yeah.
Watching this.
Finally, a replacement.
Which is great. And he was the one, my daughter, her first signed jersey was from Brees Hall. Came over, signed it, and amazing. And she's like, was in awe, couldn't believe that happened. Her first signature from a Jet, though, goes to Bruce Harper, which is pretty badass. I told him.
Nicest guy in the world.
Amazing guy. But let's get into this. You see him get signed. What's your thoughts on this? Like, are you happy? Are you excited? Or are you like, they overpaid for him? What's your thoughts on this?
I don't think we overpaid. I think he just set the boundary for what's going to come. You got a few running backs out there, Gibbs, and these guys that are going to get paid. And, some of these guys are $18, $20 million a year guys, and I get it. But, we got him for at least another 3 years. And I think now you're going to really see what we can do. He's had a really bad offensive line most of his career. Last year was the first year that we had, I think every starter started every game or really close to it. We got most of the same guys back. And our rookies are becoming second-year guys, third-year guys. And, I think he's going to have a big year. I really do. I think he's going to have a tremendous year. He's very dangerous out of the backfield. He can catch. He can throw touchdowns, apparently, too. No, I think he's just I don't want to be premature, but this is a guy that you could put a C on his chest, and he can set an example. I hope he gets one because, he's gotten paid now. He's a Jet, and, he's that guy.
I hope you're right.
100%, man. Snowball, what's your thoughts on this? Like we came on as soon as all this happened, and we didn't even get a chance to really talk about this. So I'm kind of glad that we're here discussing some Jets football, talking to our guy Mikey Hulk Hands. Everybody that's watching, you guys are watching Jets Worldwide, wide. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure you guys hit the like, hit the sub button. We are here with SuperFan, Hall of Fame fan, inductee within the New York Jets organization, Mikey Hulk Hands. But Snowball, you see this happen. What's your thoughts?
When it was the end of the season, right? We had a lot of trepidation about Brees Hall because of the way he was reacting with the Jets, right? I remember reading, Twitter posts from him like, "I'm not their guy," right? They didn't draft me, and there was a lot of speculation that he wouldn't be, he wouldn't be a part of the Jets in the future, right? And I think a lot of fans thought that he wasn't going to be a part of the future of the Jets. And for some reason, like things died down. We got, the end of the season. We got the combine and all that stuff. And news was kind of like squashed a little bit. Then after the draft, Muji said that they were going to kick up talks with Brees. And again, I think people had doubts that he would be around. They didn't know what was going to happen with Brees Hall. And he is a formidable figure with us, but a lot of the stuff that he put out into the public, wasn't positive, right? So a lot of people had their doubts. Now that he gets signed, right, he says, and listen, I'm always going to be the kind of like half glass empty type of a person with players. It's just sometimes my nature with certain players. Like he said, he cried when he tore his ACL and he cried when he got a lot of money. So, like they are football players and their careers are very short. So I have to say, the man got paid again. So congratulations to him. Now it's his chance to prove what he is worth, right? So I am a show me what you got now type of a guy, and you have the weapons. Whether people believe it or not, you have a halfway decent quarterback. I believe you have the offensive line. You got receivers to throw to. So now he has the opportunity to really, really show what he can do. So my opinion, good for Brees Hall, good for the Jets. Now run your heart out and score a lot of points. That's what I want.
Hell yeah,
and that's
exactly.
all I have to say about that.
Hey, and Mikey, just are you okay with a little bit later on taking a few calls from some of the fans? We do got some fans that want to ask you a question and want to be able to just say, hey, we've watched you so many years and being able to talk about that. So
it's an honor to speak to any Jet fan from me. I mean, we just met at the draft. We were friends already,
100%.
So that's what I love about going to different places. It's just you meet people, and internationally you got Ant Cook and Thomas Steele and these guys that are super fans overseas. It's big family.
Which how awesome is that?
It's amazing.
Worldwide jet setter, welcome aboard.
Part of Phil, again, one of our biggest supporters, a membership, and that went to Johnny O'Bonnie. So thank you for your gifted membership. We really appreciate that.
And our guy Phil giving out another membership that went to our guy Johnny Bobani. Welcome. You are a worldwide jet setter. Phil, thank you so much. Phil's awesome, by the way. I hope he's one of the people that calls in. He's incredibly knowledgeable when it comes to the Jets. He's been through it all. And he's still here rocking with us, and it's awesome. So one of my favorite things, I kind of want to touch a little bit about a story that I might have heard about you getting inducted into the actual Hall of Fame. My understanding was that, well, first off, it is pretty badass that you got inducted with Method Man. I am a giant Wu-Tang Clan fan, okay? So the Mr. Takao, Method, man, he's a Long Island kid, right? So he's from the island. Can you talk?
I think
to
he's
us
from Uniondale or Hempstead, or
he's from Uniondale. Yep.
Yeah,
he's from Uniondale. Yeah, Uniondale. So no, Hempstead. He just came on a podcast and he talked about that, and he was saying that people that say that they're from Hempstead, or he was saying from the Stead, there's certain things that you have to know. And he's like, and on my birth certificate, it's what it says on there, right? It says Hempstead on there. I was like, Hell yeah, talk because I'm from Hempstead, right? So shout out to Hempstead, and I thought it was cool. But yeah, can we let Jets Worldwide and everybody know about this story? I don't know if this has been told. I don't know if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, the only people that would know about it would be the people that were in the room with me, be my fiance and my family and stuff like that, and obviously the cameramen and some of the Jets brass. I guess it happened to me and Method Man both, because I got, they give you your box, and one box has your Hall of Fame jacket in it, and another box has a jersey that has the year you got in. I was lucky to get in 24, so 24, Revis, one of the best Jets of all time. I was very happy about that. And you get a box full of swag, hats, and it's a ton of stuff. Well, I lifted up my jersey 24, and you don't know who you're going in with, because you're in that room alone, and they're very secretive about this whole process. So you're not supposed to tell anybody. You have to keep it very tight-lipped, and I did. I lifted up the shirt, it said 24. I looked at the back, it said Method Man right on the back, and I was like, "Oh, cool, Method Man." I see him sometimes in the coaches club. Like, he's a big Jets fan. I thought at first they would give me a Revis jersey or a jersey with my name on it, and they kind of started laughing and said, no, that's not your box. Method Man got into the Hall of Fame too. So he opened up a box, pulled his shirt up, and said Hulk Hands. And then we met. He was in the suite next door to me. We went over there. We took pictures. We went down to the field together. And he's like, let's sign each other's jersey. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So he signed mine. I signed his. And he's a real nice guy. Great family. Just really, really cool guy. But it was, cameramen were all laughing because they knew they gave me the wrong box. But I was happy with the Method Man jersey. I'm like, oh, this is different. I got everybody else. So
I would have tried to kept that bad boy, and I would have tried to put it open.
Yeah.
In your first off, I have to talk about this. Okay, like anybody that's watched the documentary on you when you're for the diehards. I was like, I was just like drooling on how badass your man cave is. Okay, like that is up to speed. One of my really good friends out here, shout out to my guy Rick, has a very similar setup to yours, but not as like in depth the way yours is, right? And I feel like you should definitely kind of give us in the audience a little bit of a tour. You're the guide. Let us know of each different section and how did this happen? How did you collect so much? And I'm a comic kid, okay? Like I love comics. I grew up with comics. And one of my son's favorite superhero is Hulk. Okay, I mean, I showed you the pictures of
you raised him the right way.
It was a Hulk and everything. I grew up. My favorite. I was a big Wolverine fan, and that was one of the really like intense big battle, which was the Hulk versus Wolverine.
Wolverine came out in either Hulk 180 or 181. I think it was 181, and that's when he became. That's when you met the Wolverine at first appearance. That's what makes that comic so valuable. And again, when you look down at the basement, again, showing Valeria being a saint, what girl wants that, in the basement of a house? It's completely,
Look, I have to say, because I mean, this all right here, if it was me, my wife will tell you, because everything would have been just like everywhere. She's the one that was able to come and set up all this stuff, put all these things together here. She has my boxing gloves that she got a canvas picture drawn up over here of, like, so yeah. So trust, I completely understand that. And if my wife is watching, and hey, I love you, thank you. But and to all the ladies watching as well, to all the mothers that are watching, this is a special weekend. I feel like you should always always, not just on one day, but every single day, thank your mother. But everybody have a happy Mother's Day that's coming up as well. So, there's nothing like mom. There's nothing like, and to my mom, man, I put her through some shit. And, so if I say that, but are you ready to be our tour guide of this badass man cave of yours?
Let's do it.
All right.
Here it is, guys. Some real cool stuff in regards to this. So coming up.
Yep, we're getting there. Come on, video.
This is the walk down to the basement. It's super dark.
Yes.
Just kidding.
And I don't know what happened to Snowball. All right. Well, I think he's trying to fix it up. I don't know what happened. So Snowball's our tech guy. If anybody wants to know, he is our technician when it comes to it. But I could go through it. One of my favorite scenes of that actual documentary is when you have the setup of Super Bowl III and it pans right to it, and you're like, this is my Super Bowl III, my homage to Super Bowl III. And if you're a Jets fan, you should always pay very much homage to the entire past for the future.
So
okay.
Here's a good dedication to the New York Stock Exchange. A lot of the reasons people our age or my age became Jets fans. This was a special group of guys.
All right, we'll continue should I back it up a little bit? Did you want to start with?
That's Gibson. And the night that he did the game-winning TD, he signed the picture for me of him running in the end zone, and I got his pants, which are on the wall right there.
You ran him right out of his pants. All right.
There's a sack exchange. Obviously, Joe Klecko, his Hall of Fame ball, Hall of Fame helmets when he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. I was there for that. Amazing day between him and Darrelle Revis was, an unbelievable experience. I was actually with Juicy Jet, Valeria, a few other people. We were at the dinner for the players. I got to meet both of them, stand next to both of them, talk to both of them. I mean, it was just unbelievable to see them get their gold jackets. Well deserved for Klecko and long overdue.
Very cool.
Abdul Salam, we just lost him last year, unfortunately. But I think Marty Lyons calls him the ambassador of peace. He used to keep the peace on between the four guys, especially Gastineau. There's Gastineau.
My man Mark.
Yep. Crazy Mark.
Yep.
Who happens to be in love with Valeria. Believe it or not. Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Let me ask you this real quick. When you saw the Brett Favre situation, and I'm talking about when he,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
like
signing.
No, when Strahan broke it.
Oh, when Favre went down. Yeah,
when Favre went down. Do you think? Because to me, my opinion, he gave up. I think that Brett Favre, he threw himself, because anytime I've ever seen any quarterback get hit, you're not smiling.
It was an odd situation. I think he knew he was going to get hit, and he went down. I don't necessarily think he did it to give Strahan the record, but because he could have got him on the next play or the play after, or I think he saw him coming, and he came around the end pretty fast. I think he knew he was going to get drilled, and he just made a business decision and went down. But listen, Gastineau was an unbelievable player, and so was Michael Strahan. I mean, that's one sack out of 20. However, it was, it's unfortunate that was the one that broke the record.
Right.
But it's just that's how it worked out. That could have been the first one of the season. No one would have, remembered it that way.
Yeah. Do you think Gastineau is he? Is there validity to his story? like with Brett Favre? Like, you laid down, you gave it to him.
I don't think he gave it to him.
Yeah.
I think he made a business decision.
Yeah.
I think Mark has been overlooked his entire career too, pretty much. I mean, he invented the sack dance, and he was maligned for it. And now every player that gets a first down does a dance.
Yeah.
So he started all of this, much like Leroy Butler started the Lambeau Leap. Mark Gastineau doesn't get enough credit for what he started, because he brought energy and fun. And eventually they made it a penalty. They took it away. Now you can celebrate. You can't. No one knows what the rules are now. But he brought something that was really, really cool. And the game they played the Rams, where he got attacked by the entire team, also an iconic moment in sports. I mean, it was crazy. But yeah, I mean, I understand how he feels. But I mean, this is a guy that could be considered for the Hall of Fame.
He should be.
I agree.
Should be.
And I think when that happens for him, I think that might go away a little bit, or But if you watch the play, he goes down. If he doesn't go down, he's getting hit. Favre is not Michael Vick. Whether he went down or not, Strahan was getting that sack. Right. So I think that's the way to look at it objectively. A few custom airbrushed helmets. Joe Namath helmet. Those Hulk 180, 181, 182. 3 pretty iconic Hulk magazines. The one in the middle they call the Holy Grail of comics.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's that's Hulk Wolverine. It's a difficult comic to get.
Yeah, I was like, Snowball, pause it right there. That's the Holy Grail.
Yeah, that was the paper with Aaron Rodgers when he first came, and everyone had us going to the Super Bowl, including myself. But things didn't work out like that. And you got some more Hulk #1 annual. That's 1969 program from the New York Jets. That was the year after we became world champs. And those are just 3 more Hulk and a She-Hulk and Red Hulk. And good variety.
So that was the program from the 69.
I think that's the 69 program, if I'm not mistaken. I have a lot of I have 67, 68.
Look
69.
at that. Versus the Boston Patriots.
Yeah.
Right.
There's the Super Bowl 3 signed team photo. The Sauce Gardner running off the field and grabbing the cheesehead, which happened right in front of me, which was awesome.
Very cool. And you got a cheesehead.
I did buy a cheesehead there.
My favorite part right here.
There's Revis and everything that's owed to him. Oh, I'm sorry, Freeman McNeil.
Yeah, that's McNeil.
Yeah, sorry about that. He's on the other side of Revis.
Right.
Couple more Hulk stuff, couple pictures with Woody Johnson, stuff like that.
Have you met Woody?
I have numerous times. Yeah. And Chris.
What do you think of him as a guy?
He's
Good
a
guy,
very
right?
nice guy to meet. Yeah, good guy. Takes pictures with you, signs what you want. Gets a bad rap for a lot of things that I think are beyond his control. And this is where people might want to bash me. He spends money. I know ticket prices get raised and stuff like that, but he does spend money on his team. He signs big contracts for guys. He brought over Aaron Rodgers, spent a lot of money. He spends money. Is he the greatest football mind in the history of owners? No. But, he has let guys finish out contracts or come close to them the last few times. And I think you could do a lot worse than Woody Johnson as an owner. Okay. He's been good.
Mike, you know what I said about Woody Johnson. Just take the phone and mic away from him, and he's golden. That's it.
Yeah. Don Maynard,
one of my favorites, of course.
Oh, look at this. The Hulk.
I actually also have the seat back from Shea Stadium, number 13. The seat, the back, signed by Don Maynard.
Very cool. And in typical jet colors, right? Orange. Right?
Actually,
or was it blue?
Section, it was green section.
Oh, there was a green section.
There was a green section, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
That was kind of cool.
Very cool. All right, let's start this up again.
There's the replica Super Bowl III trophy, the Super Bowl III program. Of course, Snell.
Right.
And you'll see Philbin coming around. And
Hulk holding a Jets helmet?
That's Gray Hulk
Oh,
holding a Jets helmet.
very cool.
Actually, Valeria put it in his hand. That was her idea.
Okay.
I think those are from when they give you ice cream. At the
Oh, yeah?
stadium.
Oh, very nice.
And you got Wesley Walker,
Right.
actually a very good friend of mine. I have the privilege to FaceTime him and talk to him. And one of your childhood heroes you become friends with is like unbelievable.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, it's great.
Really
just
cool.
The man,
Yeah.
Darrell Reeves.
Right. And the pylons, they're signed by is that a
Different
Curtis
players.
Curtis
Martin. I think I got a Curtis Martin, Joe Klecko. I think one is Joe Namath.
Right. That's
And the other one, I think, is Nick Mangold.
amazing. Amazing. And Wayne Corbett.
Wayne Corbett, Mr. Third Down.
Right.
There's the
you
defense
use the
sign.
defense sign?
I used to hold that up at Giant Stadium, but no signs are now allowed in MetLife. But that used to be
Right. The
at the
defense
stadium.
sign.
Yeah.
And the tribute helmets and all that. The 80s helmet is not the 80s.
The
helmet.
80s helmet is signed by the Jets green helmet is signed by the 84
Yeah.
or 85. It's signed by one of the teams in the 80s.
Very
The
cool.
military helmet is signed by Wesley Walker. The Hall of Fame helmet is signed by the Jets that got into the Hall of Fame
Okay.
so far.
This is amazing. What a collection. Curtis Martin.
Brees Hall.
Yes, Brees Hall.
Yeah. And now I got to throw away the Gardner.
Oh, and you
Who
have
knows?
the
Maybe we'll get him
sauce, and you have the sauce.
Yeah.
And Buffalo
he
Wild
signed
Wing
the
that's
Buffalo Wild Wing
signed?
sauce. Yeah.
Right?
Amazing.
And Garrett Wilson.
Wilson's rookie jersey.
17. Now 5.
And also Wilson's draft helmet, the purple one, was the
Oh,
year
yeah?
he got drafted. Yeah. And then that's a breast cancer awareness helmet.
Mm. The old Be Patient. Look at that. Look at that belt.
Little wrestling belt.
Right?
Heavy
Very
belt.
That's what Bobo Jet's known for.
Yeah.
Yes. That's amazing. What a cool video to see all that stuff. Is it? Oh, there's stuff left, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the other stuff.
Things left.
I think you got a Will McDonald and then a bunch of Hulk hand jerseys that are retired.
Right?
But a ton of signatures on these.
Mm. And how many the helmet? Now, how many helmets do you have with the Mohawk?
Maybe 5.
5 different ones, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all signed.
Different
Now you're-
logos.
Yeah, and you're 03, right?
Yes.
Always 03. Right?
What's the significance of that number?
Super Bowl III.
There you go. That's cool. I got to ask you when we come back after this video. I'm going to ask you about the jersey that you're wearing now. So remind me. So I'm the same thing. I'm going to lose my mind. This is amazing. So cool.
Will McDonald.
Right?
Those black Hulk hands to the left, which it's a quick pan of them. Eddie El Chapo made those for me.
We got to fast forward a little bit.
So it was awesome of him to do. It gives me a black Hulk hands to wear on alternative jersey night.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty cool. You got to have them. You got to have the coordinating Hulk hands with the jerseys. Do you play the video games?
We do. We have competitions. I usually get beat by Valeria, if I'm being
Okay.
honest. So those are the black ones,
Right.
and my black helmet with the green instead of the white.
And you have feet too.
I do have feet.
Yeah.
I can only wear them when it's warm because, in the cold games, that's not going to fly. They're like just rubber. So
Right. Did we lose that video?
No, it's there. And Mikey, we appreciate your service, man. So
Oh, no problem.
thank you for that.
No problem.
Dude, that is an amazing collection. First off, the homage to the Planet of Hulks and War World
Yeah.
Hulk and everything is like, I'm geeking out over here. Okay, and I have to talk about this really quickly with you because we were talking a little bit about it and about Lou Ferrigno and how what Lou Ferrigno means to you and the real cool memorabilia that you have of him.
Yeah.
My wife's uncle used to work out with Lou Ferrigno, so
Wow.
there is like a ton of freaking like pictures of Lou Ferrigno and him just benching stupid weight. I've
never gotten to meet him. I'm jealous.
Makes no sense. Yeah, I never have either, but they were showing me all these pictures of them from like back in the day, and if anybody knows from the weights long time ago, like those weights were weights, man. They were not the type of weights that there are right now.
Yeah.
So like it was incredible seeing that. But yeah, talk to us a little bit about this Lou Ferrigno memorabilia that you might have.
So the guy that I buy a lot of memorabilia from, I collect. I display the Jets, but I invest in other things that from the other teams that I like. And I bought a bunch of stuff from him over the years, and I went in to go pick up some stuff, and I think it was a Rocky Marciano signed glove and shorts that he had framed for me, and he's like, "I got you something," and I was like, "What'd you get me?" And I'm thinking, something Jets related for sure. And he holds up Lou Ferrigno's pants signed by him from the Hulk pants. And I was like, holy shit. He's like, I framed them for you. He held it up. It's unbelievable. I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever gotten. It's such a cool thing to have. So I was blown away.
Yeah, so, dude, it's
the only thing I have from Lou Ferrigno.
I mean, it's badass though. Like if that's the only thing you have, it's pretty amazing. So, and if anybody does not know what we're talking about, I mean, Lou Ferrigno played the Incredible Hulk in the 70s Incredible Hulk show from back in the day, and it was I'm sorry for cursing, but like I get so hyped up into it because like I grew up, even though I'm younger than you guys, no shade or nothing, no disrespect, but my I always grew up around older individuals. I was never around people my age. I've never, I've always gravitated to people that were older than me. So they were like, hey, let me show you this. And they would put me on to like Knight Rider and to like the A-Team and to like, G.I. Joe from back in the day. Spider-Man, Thundercats, He-Man, like I could keep going, Voltron, keep going down these what's his name, the little mouse, Mighty Mouse,
right,
the Jetsons. Like these are the things that I was growing up watching this and being able to see your collection. And when I saw that one comic, I was like, holy shit, like I don't think anybody understands how hard and difficult it is to get that one comic that he has. So
it's tough. Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I wish I would have kept my Halloween costume from when I was a kid, the Hulk one, Remember the
mask? I was every year. With
remember
the string and the plastic?
Right, the rubber band in the back, and you would have the thing in the front. It was a plastic.
I was him. I also, as a kid, I liked Casper the Ghost for some reason. I was like, I got him a couple of times too. They came in a little box.
That was it.
See-through thing on the front. That was
you go into like Woolworths.
Yeah.
Like all the shelves were filled with those boxes, right? And you'd go through and you'd pick the one that you wanted. They all smelled the same. You could still smell it, right? Like it had a distinct smell to the costume. I wanted to ask you on the collar of your jersey, what is the significance of all the numbers?
Everyone on the collar of my jersey is in the Ring of Honor.
Okay.
So every the Ring of Honor is
Right.
on here. It's
Okay.
There's a couple of duplicate numbers, like you got Salam and Mangold, and
Right.
But anyone that's in the Ring of Honor, I put a ring around my head.
I was wondering, I saw at the beginning of the show, I was like, oh, what do those numbers mean? So that's pretty cool. Johnny, we just got another gifted membership. Do you want to play our sound effect there?
I seen that.
Worldwide jet setter, welcome aboard.
And our guy MF Chu has gifted a Just Worldwide membership, and that membership went to our guy Thunderlit. Thunderlit, you are a worldwide jet setter. Some people might ask, what is a worldwide jet setter? Well, a worldwide jet setter is a member of the Jets Worldwide community. That is myself, Snowball, get you into this really awesome raffle that we are raffling off this upcoming month, which is a signed Vinny Testaverde mini helmet. Now, a lot of people have this one. I loved Vinny Testaverde. He's a Franklin Square guy. Not many people know that. So shout out to Vinny T. So yeah, it is monthly. You could have it to where you subscribe and it'll automatically get you back on there. It helps this channel grow, for we could keep on and continuing to bring so much content to you guys that we are trying to do as well. So MF Chu, again, thank you. He did win last month as well. So he is one of the winners from here. But we did put out the actual link. So if you guys would like to call and have a couple of questions for our guy, Mikey Hulk Hands, please feel free to call in and let us know what you guys want to talk about and what kind of question. And it looks like we have another
Worldwide
membership.
jet setter, welcome aboard.
I like that doorbell.
Oh yeah, man. Shout out to our guy Mo Dean. Mo Dean has gifted a Jets Worldwide membership, and that went to Kurt Barber 2512. Welcome. You are a worldwide jet setter. We have them in for our raffle for this month.
When they gift it, do they choose the person that they want to give it to, or it's just like random?
It's completely at random, Mikey. So it goes
Pretty
to people who are like active. They may watch every week. They might not be in the chat, but if they're active and they watch every week, they'll probably be, chosen for a gifted membership. So it's pretty cool. And very cool that it came from Modine. So, Modine is our troll in the chat. We don't know what he is. We don't know if he's a Patriots fan, a Bills fan, a Dolphins fan. He's definitely, he says he's not a Jet fan. So, but he's in every Jet chat. So if you
Modine is a Jet. He's a Jets fan. He's said it before. He just likes to troll so much because of the pain that this team has had us to endure for such a long time. But he's that. So Modine
is going to be great when we win.
100%.
It will be.
Modine, we appreciate you, man. He's one of us. Modine's been with us since the beginning of the Jets Worldwide show of itself, which is awesome. So I wanted to ask you this, Mikey. What advice would you give to someone who wants to become the next generation of a dedicated Jets super fan?
I don't know. It's fun. It just kind of happens. Be yourself. Choose something unique, and just go with it. No matter how ridiculous you might think it might be. I mean, I've been wearing these things for 20-something years, and things catch on. I mean, I think it's great. So all fans, even if they're just wearing a jersey to the game and whatever, I just think it's just awesome that we have people that care that much, that come to podcasts, that watch Jake and you guys and all these podcasts. I mean, it's great. It just shows that I miss everything, when the season ends up until the draft, and then we have a nice lull from now until training camp really starts, and this stuff really helps get you through the rest of the year. But it's pretty awesome.
Well, let me ask you this then. How can the new or younger fans show their passion in a way that's authentic and stands out without just copying something that someone else does?
Yeah, I mean, I wish everyone in the stadium would wear Hulk Hands. You don't want to go there with a fireman, Fireman Ed is Fireman Ed. And, I don't mind if someone wears Hulk Hands. I think it's awesome. Choose what you like, find something that, you can relate to and that also relates to the Jets in the same way. And, if you think it matches, go for it.
We've seen things come and go, right? The Shreks, we've seen, right? Like there's been a lot of different types.
Anything that's green has a shot,
right?
The Green Lantern.
I've seen the Riddlers, right?
The Riddlers
in the stands. You got Green Santa Claus, Boba Jet,
the Green Santa Claus, Jets Green Santa, Frank West. Also tailgates with me, Hall of Fame inductee in the inaugural year. He's the original Jets Green Santa.
Right.
You can make up your own thing. Just go for it. If you're passionate about it, just go for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
100%.
It's fun.
You got to be able to laugh. You got to be able to laugh at yourself.
Right. It's fun to see people dress up. Like it's fun to see those.
I love the Halloween games. Love the Halloween games.
Right.
Yeah.
But every game is, for some people, every game is Halloween. Like it's just a thing to do. They paint their faces. They wear the half white, half green masks and stuff, and it's fun. It brings a little bit of like some joy into the games. We haven't had much joy lately, so seeing those fans it's a lot of fun. So I definitely enjoy it. Like I definitely enjoy seeing you, Ed, Scott. Right? It's fun to see all those people up on the screen. And what are we going to cover next, Johnny?
So let me ask you this really quickly. So I want to ask, what's your thoughts on there is a super fan that made his debut at the draft, and some people did not know what to think of it, but he did get a lot of people that were like, dude, this is pretty amazing. Some people kind of were like, maybe you should have wore a different type of sombrero hat. But I felt like, I thought it was pretty good. So there is a new character that's making his way around. And shout out to Los Mets, which is a fan of the show, fan of yours. We met him there. Him and his wife was there. And he deemed him the name Pancho Verde, which means the green poncho. What is your thoughts on this guy right here?
I love this outfit. I think it's great. I think you need a green jet sombrero. I think if you could just blast out the trumpet or grab a guitar and start doing that, that would be so awesome. You can't bring it into MetLife, but this is awesome. It's awesome. I mean, look at that. Original.
I want to see this mutate, Johnny, into like the green mariachi, like the mariachi outfit that was both the bandoliers and stuff. This is badass.
I like the name that the Met guy came up with, because I was thinking Mariachi Man is pretty cool, or Mariachi Green Man, but
Pancho Verde is pretty kick-ass.
Pancho Verde is perfect.
Yeah.
In fact, if I were you, I would put that on the back, like your name, like on a jersey. Get that on the back, and it's awesome.
Most definitely. Yeah, it was fun. I was so giddy, like, to do this. I went out and I was like, oh man, how can I incorporate the 80s? Like, what can I do to do that? And I called my dad. Right? I was like, Pops, I was like, what is something that you guys used to rock back in the day? He was like, Margassino. And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, you don't remember Mark Gastineau rocking a lot of those Zumbas, the Zumbas pants? And I was like, holy shit, you're right. So I Googled it thinking that there is nothing like this out
Oh
there
man,
anymore.
you're going to be able to find all kinds of stuff.
And holy crap, this thing came out. I mean, everything that I'm wearing has Jets logo on there. So like those pants that I have on have the Jets on them. The shirt underneath is Jets. I mean, everything there was Jets. But I have to say, this right here was really awesome moment. Okay, yourself and Boy Green was able to receive the actual card that Roger Goodell says about the individual that is getting drafted to the New York Jets. Can you kind of walk us through how that came about? What happened? Like, what were you thinking when he's like pointed to you? I mean, walk us through this entire process.
So I've met Roger Goodell at a couple of drafts. He's actually come down. I got a couple of pictures with him. He's a fan of SuperFans, which is nice too. And they picked Sadiq. Sadiq wasn't at the draft. So he started to, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, other than Mendoza, I think every other player that had gotten drafted, I think, was at the draft up to that point. I could be mistaken, but he was walking across the stage with the card. He's just kind of looking at me. We're chanting like crazy, and he's pointing at me, and I'm like thinking, oh, he's giving me a little shout out, hello. And then he's holding the card out, and I'm like, me? He's like, come on up. And then I went up to the stage. He gave me Sadiq's card, and it's cool. I've never gotten that before. I've never gotten a draft card before, so it was pretty cool. Incidentally, I did go on Instagram a couple days later, and I wrote to Sadiq on his account, which he'll probably never see the message, but I told him if he wanted it, I'd love to give it to him. And it's something that if I was drafted, I would want that, because it's you only get that one card. So if I ever run into him at practice or whatever, my plan is to give it to him.
That's cool. That's very nice of you.
As much as I want it, and if he goes in the Hall of Fame, I'll probably regret it. I think that, it's something that he deserves. And,
you can make a photocopy of it and give it to him.
Yeah. Listen, I got a picture of me, and a video of me getting it from Roger Goodell.
Right.
It's good enough.
Very
I mean,
cool.
You have a lot of people that are witnesses of that happening. I mean, me and Bobo were like, oh, hell yeah. Like, the thing about this, like, when you're in there, right, it's like, if it was as if one of us got it, right? Like, the whole one of us. And I have high hopes for Sadiq. I think
me too.
Sadiq is going to be a monster. I think he's going to be a nightmare for opposing defenses. I cannot wait. And then the rush of the trade back in and seeing how that all came along and got us to that one moment. I mean, we were talking offline about this a little bit, and you've been to multiple drafts.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk to us about the trade back in, right? How you felt seeing all of us going crazy, which I'm going to play the video really quickly. Okay, again, like how this happened.
It's awesome.
Pancho Verde is born.
He is born.
It's awesome.
So we talked about it, and you were kind of saying, and you were like, to all the drafts that I've been, that last one that we were at, it was so different for you, right? And then
it was intense. Yeah, it was smaller than all the other ones. A lot of the other ones had 20, 25 from each team in the inner circle. We had 13. So it was smaller, but we made more noise. And having you and a couple of the guys come in after the second, after the Sadiq pick, and then trading up and seeing it, I'm like, all right, now we're gonna get noisy. And actually, when that happened, the NFL Network came up and had us all sign releases because they want to use us in the commercial for the 2027 draft. And they said, by far, you guys had the most energy. It was unbelievable. Your chance and this and that, and super cool, just super cool. We were 13 strong, making lots of noise.
That's very cool.
And
it was amazing.
Those 13 picks, those 13 seats, it's only 11 because 2 of those seats are the representatives that were there.
Yeah,
right?
well, there was 15 total. So yeah, it was
okay.
And 2, yeah.
That was such a. I mean, it was a pleasure meeting you. It was.
You too,
it was
man.
So much fun, man. Again, this is something that I am going to remember forever and a day. Like, I really think that this draft is the draft that's going to change the way this organization is going to be for the long run. It just has that feeling into it. You could see it. Nobody knew what the Jets were going to do. Nobody had a clue, and then people were thinking that we were going to get Cooper at potentially 16. Everybody was like, oh, Sadiq is never going to happen. I was one of the guys that was pounding the table because I wanted offense. I want to be able to score as well, and it happens. And then day 2 happens, and it gets even better. Then day 3, and we're getting a steal in VJ Payne. Mikey, I gotta ask you, like, when's the last time you've seen us make moves like this?
Well, the draft with Jermaine Johnson, Sauce Gardner, and Garrett Wilson was similar. But Sadiq could end up being the best offensive player in this draft. He's just built that way. And, I like Jeremiah Love a lot. But he's in a much worse situation than Sadiq is.
Mm-hmm.
No quarterback, no line, no nothing. So, he could end up being like Gentry from last year on the Raiders because he was supposed to be the second coming of Tony Dorsett too. So Sadiq is going to be a weapon, not only used as a tight end, he'll play wide receiver too. He's just a big man. He's a Mike Evans. He's a Ertz. He's a Kelsey. He's everything, but faster and, eventually going to be stronger. I mean, we're still talking about a kid.
Yeah.
So he's going to be very, very dangerous, and he's going to have to be kept an eye on. And there's no linebacker in the NFL that will be able to stay with him. So if they try to do that, it's going to be a big game for us.
It's going to be awesome. Have you ever heard of Jetbo?
I have. I've met Jetbo. Yeah, he wears the Army helmet, paints his face green. Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
Phil says it. Yeah, Phil says that he met a guy in the 90s called Jetbo. Like
he's still going. I still see him at the stadium.
Yeah.
Regularly, yeah.
And Coach Glick comes in and he says, "Can't forget Captain Jet Ray." Right?
Ray's. I've seen Ray on TV longer than anybody.
Yeah.
He's been around forever. Captain Jet. He gave me my helmet, made one of the helmets for me, and he's a good friend and definitely a guy that deserves to be considered into the Jets Hall of Fame. I feel like he's kind of like Joe Klecko in that way. So,
right.
It's just, I'm sure his time will come, and I'll be happy when it does. He's a great guy, right?
We do have somebody backstage who may have a couple of questions for you, so we're going to bring him in. His name is Afram, and as Johnny likes to say about him, he is the only guy that can help fix the Jets. So.
Am I going to have that stigma for the rest of my life with you guys?
Yes.
Listen, once given, forever have. So yes,
this is true. Pleasure to meet you, Mike.
You too, Afram.
I just wanted to say that the front four for me, the sack exchange was what got me really into it. I started watching the Jets in '78. I was 17. I didn't follow any sports at that time. It's not like, my father was not a sports person. We were immigrants basically, and he barely spoke English at that time. But he was a farmer, from the old country. So, but I like when you were talking about how you have your routine. I'm sort of like that. I just, I'll pick a spot watching the game, and if it doesn't work, I'll move another spot
Yeah.
in the room. I'll stand.
I'm
I'll
so glad
sit,
I'm not the only one.
I move a chair. I'll go to another room where I have a TV and watch it there. It just bothers me when they lose. I know you say it just bothers me.
Me too.
As I got older, I keep it. I learned to deal with it, but even I can't even talk about tanking. I just follow this team, and I just want them to win no matter what. And you always want the team to do well no matter what their record is. But I appreciate the fandom that you have. I appreciate all Jet fans because I've never seen it like this before. Content creators left and right. There's so many shows about the Jets. It's amazing, and how many people have become friends and intertwined through this, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. And I salute you for being a Hall of Famer, and
Thank you.
and welcoming Viva Zapata over there, Viva Verde,
Pancho Verde,
our new superhero.
Right.
So just keep it up, man. That's all it's about. Just this team winning and having a good time.
Where do you live, Ephraim?
I'm in New Jersey. I used to live in Brooklyn.
Okay. You go to the games?
Huh? I used to go over here when it was the old Meadowlands, the old Giant Stadium. Yeah, every once in a while. But now, as I got older, I mean, you guys are slightly younger than, well, not slightly, but more slightly than me. I got about 9 years on you guys, so
we got to get Ephraim to a game.
Yeah. This is the best seat in the house, man. This is just the best seat in the house.
Yeah, but you know what? We'll get you out.
I've been.
How about being in the middle of Mikey?
I lose my voice. I lose my voice in these games.
Pancho Verde and Snowball.
I would lose my voice in these games. And
I do. I got holes in my bag.
Yeah, it just nonstop, And then when you're talking to somebody, you're like, like this, and it follows you the next day. But it's fun. It's fun because no sport does it to you more than this team. I mean, I follow the Rangers, the Yankees, but the Jets. You want it so bad, it's one of those. You just want it so bad, So, but
you only get 17 of them. With the Yankees, you get 162. With the Rangers,
I could wait till September to start watching them. But, listen. Our time is coming. I truly believe.
Oh yeah, I do too.
I think we got a guy GM that has a good head on his shoulders. Woody's got to learn to keep guys for a while because we can't change GMs and coaches like we change suits,
right?
So keep it up, guys. It's a great show. I love coming on here Fridays.
Yeah,
keep those Hulk hands up, and let's pound the next team that comes into our area. You got it, guys. Have a good one.
Ephraim, we making the playoffs, Ephraim?
Yes.
How's
that?
Let's go.
All right.
Let's
go.
Ephraim. That's what I'm talking about.
He's
about.
One of us.
One of us. That's
it. All right, playoffs.
Be good.
Here we come. Playoffs. Here we come.
Oh man, dude, that video that's out right now. That's of us. all of us, none of us say losing records whatsoever. All of us are like are winning records. And Mikey, if I'm not mistaken, I think you're the one that was like 12 wins and we're in the playoffs.
I said
Because
11
no,
wins.
11,
We're in the playoffs. Yeah.
11 wins. That's right. Because we're already in the playoffs and we're having to rest. You know, so, can you imagine?
Yes.
We haven't had a home playoff game at MetLife yet.
Nope.
And, stadium's coming up on 15 years old. So let's go. We deserve one. Let's go. Let's get it.
I said it before, and I'll say it all the time. Every season, one team surprises the league. And why not us, right? Why can't we do it this year? Right?
Look at what New England did last year.
That's a sign. Oh, look at that. We've got somebody else in the back. So let's bring him in. He might have a question for you. Welcome, Coach Oglick.
What's up, fellas? Good to see you.
What's going on, Coach?
What's going on, Coach?
Mikey, it's a pleasure to chat with you. We have met, and I wanted to say thank you.
I was going to say you look familiar when you came on. I'm like, this guy looks familiar to me.
I get to a lot of away games also. We met up in Denver, that game that we lost AVT and Brees.
And Brees, same game.
Yeah, it was a rough one. But thank you.
We won.
Son, we
won that game. Yeah.
We won, but that also ended the streak of wins. I think we had 4 in a row or something like that. Yeah, I have a 12-year-old, so he always finds you, and he's like, there he is, there's Mikey. I was like, awesome. So we look for you, and my son gets a lot of joy of that, and I think you gave him a fist bump. So, hey, quality human being, and go Jets.
Thank you.
Thanks, dude.
Raising your son the right way.
Well, he has no choice, or he has to pay the bills.
So Coach, you've seen a lot of the different fans that are out there. I mean, you got our guy right here in Mikey Hulk Hands, which pretty badass outfit. You got Boyd Green over here looking like BG, right? And then there's one that came out of the ashes, and some say he might have had a tequila bottle in the left. Some say
Pancho.
And
then there was Pancho Verde. What's your thoughts on this guy? Like, does he have a chance?
I think you got to stick with it. I think it's one of those things where you show consistency, and right. I think you're amazing. That dude's awesome. I think there's a similarity there. I think, but I think you stick with it, and I think that's just what you turn into that, right? Stick with it, dude, for sure.
Hell yeah! All right.
Now he definitely needs the upgrade on the sombrero, right? Like we can agree that green and white sombrero would definitely take this to the
an actual sombrero that goes up. You'll be able to see your face better. You know what I mean? The sombrero is gonna kill that outfit. Kill it.
Right. So definitely, Johnny, we need a white and green sombrero for you, and definitely maybe a bandolier of something going across, right? You know how they had bullets, something's got to be in footballs, like
mini Jets helmets and footballs,
right? Something like that, right? But
the bandolier is a good idea.
It's pretty badass, Johnny. It's pretty badass.
Hell yeah! I want to get some pistoleros on the side too, but I don't know if they'll allow that in the at the stadium. But
green water guns, water pistols.
But you got a fan in here. It's Big Green Hands fan. I love Mikey.
I'm loving the 74 there with Mickey.
He asked, "Can you show him your big green hands?"
That's it.
He was ready.
On cue, big green hands. And give us a story behind the bedazzling again.
Liz Mueller, who's a Jet super fan as well. She bedazzles everything. She won Fan of the Year I think in 22,
Mhm.
possibly. She stops by my tailgate for a number of things, and she said, I can't remember how it came up. She's like, "Oh, I could put Jets on your knuckles because I used to just have it in white stickers from Michaels." And I said, "Take a pair, let's see what happens." And I'm not really a shiny guy, but like at night, I'm like, this shows up really good, much better than just the white JETS. So I was like, awesome. She's done a couple pair for me now. It's pretty cool.
I am shocked
She also
to hear
did
that.
Bobo Jet's helmet,
Yeah.
the bedazzled helmet.
Right.
He mentioned that last week.
Yeah. What were you saying, Coach?
Yeah.
I can't believe Ray is not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm shocked because I'm at the New Orleans game this past December, right? And up on the jumbotron, they do these jokes like, "Who has better, us or them?" And then they show their fans, and they show Ray's face on the jumbotron, sad. And I'm
Poor Ray.
like, that's
Yeah.
I want to fight somebody. Like you don't disrespect him like that. I've sat next to him many a time. I know where his seat is. Great
He's
end zone
iconic.
seat.
Yeah.
Hey, he gave it up this year though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know that it was printed that way. I don't know for sure. I haven't spoken to him. I reached out to him, but I know he's been busy with a lot of different things. So I'm hoping that they just kind of work with him a little bit and say, listen, what do we got to do to get you back?
And I'll slide my credit card for that. So we need him back.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And Alex Klein's another one we need to get in to that Hall of Fame. He is an amazing super fan as well.
Yeah, I don't know Alex that well, but Ray has been someone I've seen since Shea. And when he makes his own helmets, I mean, he's got a great story. He used to make hand-make movie scenes for like Universal or something. That's what he did. He molded buildings and made them, and they were in movies and commercials and stuff. And then he made his helmet, and now he makes them for other people. He makes them to raise money for charity, and it's like a nice exclusive club to be in, the helmet club. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I used to see Alex all the time, and I haven't seen him in a while. So I don't know where Alex Klein is now. But he was like the jester, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
he still is.
Right? Yeah. I don't see him anymore. I don't know. He's still on social media or whatever. I'm not sure. Anyway, Johnny, I'm hearing people upstairs calling my name, so
it is time, Coach.
Yeah.
I got to run. It was a pleasure virtually meeting
Coach,
Mikey.
I'll see you soon, buddy.
I can't wait for schedule release, and I know when I'll see you next.
I know.
Right on.
Nashville?
Yes, Jets.
Let's
go.
go
Do
Jets.
it.
And that was, doesn't he look like Coach Ulbrich?
Yeah, I noticed him right away. I'm like, I know this guy from somewhere. I didn't know it was from my section, but I've definitely met him before.
Yeah.
100%.
He's a California guy.
Good guy.
Yep.
Good guy. Yep. So Mikey, again, thank you so much for coming on. This was
Man,
awesome.
It was a pleasure. Thank you guys for having me.
2 hours being up here, just talking nothing but Jets, talking your origin story, talking about, the day of you getting into Mikey Hulk Hands, what you go through, to the rituals, to being able to talk about some of your all-time favorite moments as being a Jet, what made you become a Jet fan, to seeing your awesome cats, Jetta, Klecko. This was very, very fun, to even meeting you at the draft and being able to have you here on the show has been an honor. Snowball?
I really enjoyed the man cave. I think that was like one of the crazy things that we've been able to see this evening. All the Jet memorabilia that you have and stuff. Yeah, and like I feel like I know you because you're a Long Island guy. We're around the same age. Like I feel like we could have been friends.
We are friends.
Hopefully. Well, what I'm saying is growing up, right? We could have been friends growing up. But definitely, I'll look for you the next time I'm at MetLife, and hopefully we can hook up and meet Johnny will probably be with us, so we'll all get together and.
Got to give a shout out to my tailgate D10.
Yes.
Scott Mullery, the general, everybody that's in that tailgate. I mean, everyone in section 128, all the Jets fans. I love you guys, and we're in first place right now. Enjoy it.
And I would not do us any justice if we did not end this show with you in a full gear leading a JETS Jets chant full screen so we could have this on Jets Worldwide. I am putting you on solo layout. Everybody, thank you so much for coming on and watching Jets Worldwide. Make sure you guys are hitting the like, hitting the subscribe to the channel, become a membership. We are running a signed Vinny Testaverde helmet. A $4.99 super chat or membership gets you into the raffle. But this has been another episode of Jets Worldwide, and we are having our guy Mikey Hulk Hands lead the chant. And I am going to go full screen.
Ready? Everyone, yeah, here we go. Oh. Yes. Woo! Let's go, baby. Thanks, Mikey.
This is Jets Worldwide. Wide.